if we can get SRU going and I get my own car too.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What are you?
Yeah, I tried. Yeah.
Get the hell out of here, Tinker.
What?
We're talking, man.
Oh.
You were a corporal, you could be here.
Okay, I'll take my corporal position back and a heat
Not
vehicle so I
offering.
can help Bustin on the chase.
Not offering.
Come on, seriously?
That's a lane conversation. You know that. Have a good day, Tinker.
That's a lane conversation, but what about the car?
That's not even a conversation. Have a good day.
Yeah, so I
There's
think
that
me, you, and
car.
Lane said to me last night he just wants to go and start firing people to do this shit. And we had to do this once before, and it really shaped things up like back about a year ago. But it only lasts for so long. Like what we really need is, I'm gonna say something controversial. Yes, let's fire people who do things fucked up. But I think what we need to do is we need
One
to
man
hit
thinking
them
for the
with
14 months.
positivity. I think we're at that point because we need to just go and like just be honest, like be the change you want to see, you know?
Yeah.
We need to package it that way. I don't know, like that's my first thought of how this gets better is like positive reinforcement. It's like look at how much better situations can be if you do things this way versus this way that you're doing them, you know? And we do that to the like in how we do shift changes and stuff instead of yelling at them all, we do that type of shit for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, Commish. I've tried. Listen, every meeting, it's not us jumping down people's throats. Like, yeah, we'll talk about corrections, but we try and be as cool and cordial with individuals as possible, right? And like, you know, it's I don't know, because whenever this shit happens, I'm not around. Like every single time about the high speed pits and different shit like that. Like it's just I don't know. I don't fucking see it. But I'll tell you this much. I say today at shift change, whenever tsunami comes, when we have the lieutenants and stuff, they need to be told, like, listen, if you guys are seeing it, start jumping down people's throats for it. You know, like I agree with the positive reinforcement, of course, but at the same time, these motherfuckers, man, I do not understand where this comes from. I don't know. Because this is even outside the realm of like enabling further things to happen. You know, people are just, they're doing quite literally the opposite of what we always talk to people about.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then it's time for back up. In that case, then if you think that's been done, we've already crossed that bridge. I think then we just back up. We just got to start firing people who do wrong. That's it. And it sucks because there's some people that are doing this shit that I like, but at what point does my lack of someone, come at the detriment of our entire department? And I think that goes for all of us.
Yeah, like listen, I'm the first person to try and give people a chance, but if there's people doing stuff, especially like again, ramming people at 100 miles an hour egregiously, it's like you're completely changing scenarios. It's like, for example, I had Dick Dudley, right? This is a different thing, but with Dick, we have one day where we're chasing after what looked like Mr. Kaboon, and he escapes us and so on and so forth, and then Dick sees him in a clothing store, walks out. Dick decides to make the call that after Mr. Kaboon goes, did you for sure see me in the clothing store? He just drives away and calls VCB on the radio without giving us any information after an hour-long chase. Right?
Yeah, the PD are quitting on everything.
It's bad, man.
On the Chang gang group and like Ricky RIZZ last night, they literally were chasing them in boats, and then they called it off as they were chasing them. Call it off, bring it back, Black said. And I said, excuse me? You're calling off a chase on one of the most highly wanted felons in the fucking county?
People shut down when they deal with those guys. They quite literally shut down. I've never seen anything like it.
You can't do that though. You can't do that. Like you just can't.
Yeah. But anyway, so he did that, and then the very next day we had a mass casualty involving officers. These individuals started shooting at officers. We gun them all down. Then Dick walks down here and opens up the cell to go check on one of them and gets almost taken hostage. We had to shoot the guy. And it's like, man, who the fuck told you were able to do that kind of shit? Like, oh, well, the guy needed help and I don't want someone. Motherfucker, this guy took a cop hostage yesterday in Escape PD. Why the fuck are you going into that cell? Now send them off duty. You know? I feel like in those situations, I'm about to just start firing motherfuckers.
I agree. People need to aspire to be in this police force. And I said that at the beginning and said that you have to be comfortable with making a decision, but also making a decision that isn't a detriment to everyone around you. You know? So the thing is, we need to be able to be aggressive with those guys, right? When it comes to it, while being able to read the fucking room. It just seems like the majority of people just are not capable of those two skills together.
There it is. Yep. Being able to read the room while also being able to go hard, but the right way.
Yep. Like last night, they were outside holding with 4 down and 4 up. And Ricky was talking shit like, bring the whole PD, do this, do that, and a holdout. And we got to be comfortable trying to make mistakes that could be right or wrong, that are fair. Right. And so I told him last night, I was like, okay, he called for the full PD, then let me just send in 8 new ones. Right.
Yeah.
So at that point, I think it's really about trying to read the room. Was 8 too many? In hindsight, maybe, but could we have sent a 5 or 6 or done something to put pressure on them? Right. Yes. I don't know. I think we just need officers that are more comfortable making like slight escalations. Right.
We also have to have their back when they do make the wrong call.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that as long as it isn't absurd. The shit they do. The problem is most people that made those calls have been absurd and hyper-aggressive.
And not have the rank to do so.
Yes, that as well. But yeah, I think me and you were mostly in agreement. Now, Carmine was me just trying to fucking take the piss out of you for a day.
Yeah,
I think it's fucking hilarious.
Now, question for you. When it comes to transports, we are passing that through? Because if we are, I want to have a whole training for people, just for the people who are leading the transports. I don't need every single officer and PD.
Yeah.
But high command and NCOs, they need to understand how to do it. Because I saw 2 times now where the bus goes out and I have officers that are just sitting there standing next to the bus instead of getting ready. You know what I mean? For what's happening.
Yeah. I've done prison transports with 12, 10, and 8 on a couple different times just to test it. 8, they were able to transport on 8, 2 out of 3 times.
Okay.
So I think at most prison transports should be 10. Depending on the situation.
High profile felonies are 10 and regulars 8. I agree with
regulars, 5 to 8 is fine, I think.
And now I was told, I'm not disagreeing with this, I was just told that we had one that escaped it, but then we gave him another one. Obviously it was Ricky RIZZ, and given the circumstances, I agree with that call. But I don't think anyone should be making that decision other than us.
Agreed, I think. Yes, that should only be the high command captains and up. Yeah.
And then where are you at with what's his name's unit, lieutenant? Forgetting his name.
Whose
right now.
unit? Sorry.
The lieutenant's unit, the SWAT, HVT. RU.
Oh, I told him he needs to write up everything. Like, I just don't want a conceptual piece of fucking paper. I can wipe my ass with that. That's it. So he knows, and he's been told exactly what I want, and he's working on it. He's been doing pretty good. I have told him to stop being so fucking long-winded, though, because he wastes a lot of time, pisses people off. So he needs to just get shit done sometimes.
Yep. And then SRU, where are you at with that? Do we want to start doing that? Do we want to still hold off? I'm indifferent.
Just to confirm, we are talking about a street racing unit, I assume. Okay. SRU.
Say it one more time. Sorry. Okay, baby.
I said, just from my understanding of what you consider SRU versus me, are you talking about the street racing unit? Or are you talking about something
individuals able to use interceptors.
Okay. We can start with that if it's the training's there. I don't care as long as there's good training. It's not just a racetrack.
Yeah,
it needs to be like live training, because what we had before, the problem is they just learn the racetrack and pass it.
Yeah, 100%. I think that will be used. I do want to do the track just as an entrance of like you're worth the time to drive around and start doing pursuits, but just like on motor, just like as an entrance to it. We need to be able to have those cars, and as well, I had not that this is a big deal. I've already talked to him about it, but works in the commissioner's office. I'm forgetting his name right now. Carter, let me call you right back.
Who, Payne?
Yeah, Payne went off duty and handed his interceptor to an NCO and handed it to Mac. Now,
I already talked to him about that.
Okay.
I agree with why he did it. But I think from a communication standpoint, he probably should have communicated to all of us, which is why I told him. I was like, we kind of all agreed to like make sure we're communicating and that we weren't just gonna let people get away or around certs. So, yeah, I mean, I'm on your. I'm already. Will tell you, I'm already on your side on that one because I already talked to Payne on it.
Okay,
me and him
wonderful.
talked.
Yeah, not a big deal. It's one of those things where it's like what you talked to me about with giving people Air 1, just saying we need to go up in the sky. You know, it has to be. I don't know the circumstances. It needs to, you know, because there's a lot of people who are trying to get in that shit, and then we have a corporal just jumping in a Corvette. You know.
I understand why he did it.
Okay.
It's just not what we want to do right now.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't conceptually agree why he did it. It's just he should have said something to us to let us know or something. That's all.
Yeah. All right. Well, other than that, man, I'm chilling. Lane talked to me about having potentially doing something with BCSO up north. Is that something that you want to open the door to, even to have a conversation about, or do we still want to just have LSPD at the time?
We can start talking about it, but the problem that I have right now is the fact that PD's not in the best shape.
I agree.
If we just split into two different standards, there's a quality control issue that starts.
Yep. And then whenever you open that can of worms up, people are going to be transferring, and you're going to be low on numbers. And I mean, fuck, this morning we only had 5 officers on, so we still are struggling with having officers in every time zone.
Yeah, officer numbers, I guarantee you, will be down for probably the next. I'd say we'll be in a downward unless we do like heavy recruiting until January. Easy.
Oh my god!
This time of year
got arrested again.
It have.
You usurper, come out here and face me.
Why are you arrested again?
Because I am the chief. Commissioner so says you.
Just leave him for now. Leave him for now.
I am the chief.
Hold on, let me talk to the real.
Okay. Technically, I did tell him he was the chief.
Yeah, and then I hired him, and then told him not to do it. And then he got fired. Then I told him not to do it. Then he went in MRPD, told him not to do it. He then ran from the police, came back. I told him not to do it again, and then he did it again. He was finally arrested, and he also had a PD issued vest on him. That's the only reason he was arrested.
Masterson, how about you go out there and get Chief Costello's statement for us?
You got it.
Jesus Christ, you fucking ugly piece of shit.
Hey, my keys,
You ain't getting keys. You better hope someone unlocks the door for you, piece of shit.
Someone help Commander Masterson into the cell there.
Oh, he doesn't have keys.
Sounds
Arrest
good,
him.
sounds
He's
good.
a false commander.
Somebody let me
Let's
out of
go.
here.
Come on over.
Commissioner's orders,
Run
thank
over.
you.
You know what? I'm cool with him doing that. Hey, I'm cool with him doing that as long as he doesn't get keys. So he has to keep saying, Commissioner's orders, open up the door. Oh my
How
god.
mad were you? How mad were you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, when I heard it, I was like, that's not real. I never believed it. And when I saw him, I was like, nope, this isn't happening.
That becomes like the norm. As
How mad were you when I
BBC,
said he is the
you
chief?
have to
Oh, I was not gonna let it happen.
that you're
Oh
setting up
my
and getting
God.
running. So I don't own or operate them.
Masterson, can you shut the fuck up?
Can you go eat a donut, you
Man,
fat
I wish
sack
there
of
was a
shit?
camera on your face and that happened, because I'd love to have watched that.
Oh, I was hot. I was hot as shit. Well, okay. Well, cool. So what's going on? So Mr. K, he was arrested. He served his shit, but then you guys lost
Yeah, he
in
did.
court? Or we lost in court, I should say.
I didn't lose in court. The DA lost in court because, frankly, he wasn't prepared.
Again? That's the second time.
Well, this is a new DA, and he only
Oh.
got the case 3 days before, so
Got it.
the investigators just kind of said, "Oh, here it is." with no information to help. And
So
just
I gave.
It's not totally not his fault.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I thought it was the same guy. That's the only reason. So I talked to Pac and I talked to Tarts and I said, listen, I'm giving you guys the investigation unit. Do with it as you must. Do with it as you need. All right. If y'all want to go undercover, if y'all want to do stuff like that, please do it. You guys have the green light. Go and have a good time. Right. I would like to have some actual investigations go down. Other than this chain gang stuff, I don't think we've had any investigations happen. We haven't had any type of real stuff go down. We haven't had people going and looking at shit or trying to, like, I just feel like they have the opportunity to do so and they're not doing anything with it. You know what I mean? Which, if they don't want to, that's fine. I would like to give it to somebody who wants to go out of their way and go and do stuff, you know, and go and get some information on these people. Like, for example, me and Tarts went on top of the, we got a tip about some type of warehouse, or a door, sorry, that people were having gunfights at in the south side. So we went on top of that big ass building in the south side. What's that bitch called? U-Tool. And we took pictures of people entering and leaving that door, right? On the Mega Mall, yeah. And we took pictures of people leaving in and out of that door. I would like to see them do that kind of stuff. Get some raids in place. Get some shit, you know. Put these criminals' backs against the wall a little bit. I just feel like right now with PD, we're only chasing after people fleeing from scenes instead of actually doing investigation shit. You know what I'm saying? Mish? Might have to head pop. He's probably dealing with something, chat. Hi, Duke. Hi, sweetheart. But yeah, we're gonna have a conversation about Tater and about what's his name as well. Paul Carter.
Hey,
You need something?
so yeah, anytime that alien from Men in Black that smokes cigarettes walks into the lobby, are we supposed to arrest him anytime he says he's the chief, or?
For the time being, yeah, and then call me.
Okay, because Tinker's arresting him again, like right now.
Right
so,
this second?
Yeah.
Okay.
He just said,
yeah, bring him on down here again.
Said I served 60 months, but fuck it, I'm standing on business, and then he said it again, so.
All right, document it every single time so we can continuously have this for court.
This guy fucking stupid or something?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's something. Okay, no,
All
that
right.
works.
Have a good day.
Bye, chief.
Do the last one. What's up, Bustin?
Hey, what's up? Just calling you back. Sorry, I was arresting Carmine.
What the fuck's going on? Why are you so fucking bitter at me for? Dude,
I wasn't bitter at you. I
days.
was arresting Carmine for impersonating the chief when you called.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
What you been up to?
Nothing. I just want to see how everything was going, brother.
Good, man. Happy to be back.
That's what I like to hear. I got a question. Why the fuck do I have 4 warrants that I got a call from an officer and he said he's coming after my ass? The fuck, dude?
Let me look here. Warrant number 1. Escape during a prison transport.
That's still not... That got renewed?
Report number... Well, you escaped from a prison transport. Number 2 was never you fled from a location I can't disclose because it's an investigation.
Mm-hmm.
PDM warrant for aggravated assault and battery and aggravated robbery.
Mm-hmm.
What's the date on this? I'm just checking dates for you, see if I can't drop any of these. Well, they'll figure it out whenever they arrest you. And then 166. This is for aggravated assault and battery, negligent driving. Yeah, you got about probably close to $15,000 in warrants.
What?
Yep.
Brother.
You do crime all day, Vinny, and then you escape, right? Block, 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 block. Everybody. You know what I mean?
Everybody.
That's a good song, ain't it?
That's a good one. What about Bustin' make you feel good, feel good?
Yeah, that's a good one too. Anyways.
What about the swap?
You sons of bitches. But yeah, you got a lot of warrants. You got a lot of warrants.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
All right. Hey, if you want to serve it, I can help with your time and fine, just so you ain't missing out on shit later if you do get arrested. We can get all this stuff out of the way.
Bucko.
I'm being honest with you. I would hate for something to go down and for you to get arrested and have to go and serve fucking a couple 100 months or some bullshit instead of just getting it out of the way. I'll drop it. I'll drop it big time.
How much time and fine? The fine, I don't give a fuck. Time wise, how much time would I be looking at?
I'll clear it with the commissioner. If you turn yourself in willingly, I'll cut it in half. I'll 50% that bitch.
Well, what am I looking at right now total?
There's a lot here, man. Let me see. So have someone in your eyes tally this up. So 165.
165. Okay. Chat, do this. Go ahead.
All right. This one, there's not even a time on it, so we're just gonna drop the second one.
Okay. So 165. Okay.
55.
55. Okay.
And then the last one that we're gonna keep is 30.
30. 165, 55, 30. What is that together?
255. 255.
250.
You turn yourself in, I'll hit you with 100. We can get it knocked out before tsunami.
God damn, that's a long time, motherfucker.
It wouldn't be that long. That's even more than half. Listen, you do the crime, you have to do the time to a certain extent.
Okay, what about 90 months and I come turn myself in?
Deal.
If you ex-commissioner.
Deal.
Deal? 90 months and I turn myself in so I don't have to miss anything.
Hey, Fern, come on down. Let's get all this shit handled.
Okay, I'll see you in like 10 minutes.
Yes, sir. See you then.
All right, bye.
All right, wonderful. Chad, there's a big update coming, and the last thing I want is for shots to get arrested and miss some of that shit, you know? Instead, go ahead and get this shit knocked out, take care of it, and, you know, so they're able. This is more of like a content creator thing, right? If anyone comes to MRPD right now and says, hey, I want to serve this warrant so I don't miss anything, I will cut all of them huge cuts. I don't want anyone missing any of this shit. We can do that right now. We can go ahead and take a look at some of these warrants and see who we can get to come down and clear up their shit. Is there anyone else on here? So Pistone's gonna get his. Curtis is around, potentially. I don't have his number though. Let me call Vinny back and tell him if he wants to get Curtis to turn himself in as well. Hey, Curtis also has some pretty fat warrants. If you want to tell him to come down and turn himself in so he can get all this knocked out. If he doesn't want to, all good.
Okay. All right.
All right, later. Ricky's fucked.